A deathbed confession may see an Adelaide man set free over a murder he has always maintained he did not commit. Daniel Ames has already served 10 years in jail for killing his uncle, Allan Ames. The 68-year-old was murdered execution style. It recently emerged that detectives may have had evidence of another man's involvement all along. Read more. I murdered Lachlan Gebhardt, how a confession to murder was ruled inadmissible. Daniel Ames was convicted, but there was no known motive or weapon ever found. He said that's because he didn't do it, and claims he now has proof. Has done all these years, in prison, for nothing, and lost everything, for nothing, Daniel's father Doug Ames said. Daniel Ames did visit his uncle's cabin workshop on the fateful night in November 2009, when his uncle was involved in a methamphetamine trade. CCTV shows Daniel Ames left at midnight. He said at that point his uncle was still alive. The bid for a new appeal of Daniel Ames' conviction centers on a third man, drug dealer Peter Laughery, who died after Daniel was convicted. Read more. School playgrounds being used for terrorism recruitment. Home Affairs Minister warns Laughery's friend, Craig Peterson, yesterday told a court of a bombshell deathbed confession, which he said no lawyers were willing to hear. Peter had told me about his involvement in the murder, Peterson said. I didn't think that anyone was taking this seriously. The court heard Laughery made the same confession to his wife, and that recently a detective involved in the case handed over evidence that Laughery may have been involved. Read more. Trump's top accountant to plead guilty, testifying against former president's company. It's very difficult because it's related back to the family and it's broken up the family and it doesn't come together again, Doug Ames said. Lawyers for Daniel Ames told the court he wasn't seeking acquittal for the murder, just the chance for a retrial. It's his last hope, his last appeal, Doug Ames said. If he doesn't get this one, he's back in there for the full term. That term is at least another 14 years.